Hey y'all, come on in, come on in.
Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody, hey Jasmine. All right, y'all. So today we just gonna talk about how we started supporting Bree. We want to talk about, the beginning, and then we're gonna drop the link in case anybody else want to come up and tell their side of the story as well. Hold on, y'all. Give us a second. I'm trying to see how to. Okay. So hey everybody coming in. Let's tag in our work. All right, so yeah, so the reason why we're going to talk about how the Bri Hive started and everything like that, and how we started supporting. Well, we ain't start supporting Bri, but we been supporting Bri. Well, me, I've been supporting Bri, but I started off, and Latruth, he was kind of big on Facebook because he used to share a lot of vines and fight videos, and he was more like the entertainer that was on Facebook that was sharing. He liked drama, so he was sharing all the drama. And then of course, he met Briana or whatever, and they got together. So fast forward. Um, I was, I did not know that, I wasn't following because I follow a lot of people on my personal page. So like when I came back around to seeing Brianna, it was a viral video of Brianna singing, she's a survivor. And I was like, and I seen her hair was cut. I'm like, oh, what happened to her? She got small. I'm like, what happened to her? So I just started digging it back into their story. And, then like a couple months after that, then they started going through the divorce. So I seen that she was being bullied, by keeping up with the little truth. And also I started watching both of them actually. I started watching both of them. And I just, came to the conclusion with my discernment that Robert was a liar and he was lying about a lot of things. And because I was like, I know this girl. I watched her. I was like, she didn't used to look like this. Something happened. So that's when I just started digging into the story. And I watched, before I created the Bri Hive page, I was watching both sides from the outside. And it just came to the point where, I just couldn't take it anymore. So that's when I started the Bri Hive. If many of you guys know, I started out on Makila Ford page at first. I think that was like in February, January or February. I started off on that page first, and then I created the Bri Hive page in April. Hey y'all, just coming in. Say still trying to figure that out. What y'all trying to figure out?
They was asking about moderators, and we said we still trying to
Oh
figure it
yeah,
out.
yeah. I can't remember the YouTube. I mean the email that I set up for the YouTube. So yeah. So when I started the Bri Hive page, I just dived right into keeping up with the Latrus. I was already in a mixed styles group, so I was just seeing a lot of things. I was just doing a lot of detective work and pointing out a lot of things, that was within the group and showing them a lot of stuff. And and that's how I came out. I said it's time to display all of these lies. It's time to put out all the facts that what I knew from just watching, and how he was a liar. So I just wanted to put all that out. I still ain't put a lot of stuff that I was supposed to put out, but yeah. So my the Bri High page came for Tamika, and it came for who was that? All the content, the content creators that was started off Jaffe, all of them. So I just wanted to give them a dose of what they was doing to her. So I just replayed the same thing. Everything that they said about her, I just reflected back to them. So I know it wasn't right, but that's how I played the game. You know what I'm saying? I just dug into their life and put it on display for everybody else to see, you know. Need to write a book? Yes, I do. I listen. I do need to write a book. It's a lot. Like I've been wanting to come out and and talk. As y'all know, I'm not a talkative person. Like to get me up here is just I don't really talk a lot because I've been shy all my life, so it's just like it feel like I'm in a like I'm nervous right now. I just feel like it's just like a lot of people just watching me, and it just you know. But I do have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. I know a lot, you know. So Lily, you want to jump in?
Yeah, so a lot of us been in the background watching everything, and actually, I started watching from when they started out on TikTok with Sincerely Yours. They used to go live on TikTok in the beginning, and on the TikTok, they used to have Toya would come on their live sometimes, and that's when she started talking about Brianna's kids. And actually, back then, Mixed Styles used to listen in on some of their lives and record it. And that's how she heard when they were calling Ayana back then on TikTok. Because they actually were calling her while they were live on TikTok. And they were asking her what happened with her, why did she leave? And the only thing that you could hear while they were on TikTok is Ayana saying, well, it's personal and I'd rather talk to her first, but I didn't feel like I was being treated fairly. That's the only thing she said. And Mixed Styles recorded that and she sent that to Briana back then. So this is where it all started was TikTok. They started actually over there. Then they said they were going to make an Instagram for keeping up with the little truths, and they were going to make a Facebook page. So they did make a Facebook page. So when they say that we started doing stuff when there was a side, we started doing stuff as her supporters. No, that's not true. A lot of people just sat back and watch everything build up. We watched them bully her. We watched them talk about her feet. We watched them talk about her mouth. We watched them talk like it was so much. We watched them say that she was molested by her dad. Like they talked about everything on that Keeping Up with the Truth page. And then I remember Ayana did a live, and then they came in there and said, we're going to start a group. And then they started that Mixed Styles group. And then from there, Bri Hive started her page. But it was never that supporters of Brianna started messing with people first. No, they were bullying her first. Now, were supporters under Robert comments? Yeah, but you can't say that all those supporters were supporters of Robert. They were supporters of both. And they was just saying things based off what they believe. Just as today, like people believe what they believe. And as her supporters, we don't, like we're not going to attack anyone because they believe him. Like he do have a right to have supporters, so nobody cares like if they believe him, we believe her. And that's where I feel like we probably should have left it at. I do think like some things like Geramica said could have been done differently as far as what we did. Um as far as the attacks go, but I do understand the intent. The intent was just to show them how does it feel to be attacked in this way. And as you all see, as everything played out, they didn't like it. They played the victim as if, like they do now, everything that's being done, they didn't do anything. Everything was done to them. But it just didn't start out that way. And there's receipts, but after so many receipts and people just believe or manipulate things, it's just like, what's the point of putting out receipts when people are just going to believe what they want to believe? But there are receipts from TikTok. There are recordings from TikTok of them talking about her kid. Like that was put out a long time ago. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it was definitely yeah. We didn't start anything first. I mean, it took like for me to come in and stand on business, with the Bri Hive to actually get something done, and then we were just going back and forth, and it wasn't. My thing was because I'm for the truth, and my thing is I want to put out the truth. I hate liars. I like to stand on business when coming with the truth, and that just always been me. It ain't nothing I just started. I've been like this my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of skills that I, a lot of knowledge that I use, and I went to school for criminal justice, so I was just using my skills, and I was looking them up and getting their information. I'm the one that put out the information about Jaffe, his background, and it wasn't really a lot of people, y'all. It was just me, as they said. I was working all of those pages, Makila Ford, Bri Hive, and Sly. I was working all of those pages by myself, and I was working overnight at the time too. And I was the one putting out all this truth. Yeah, and then another thing with keeping up with the truth, people couldn't even have an opinion. You go over there and say anything, they straight up just block you.
Yeah, so
I had to pause my food. So some people, I'm outside, so it's people walking by playing loud music.
yeah, so we just really wanted to say like how everything started out and why like I started following Briana in 2017 and then I just saw like the bullying. So I just gathered like receipts of everything. And I used to send information or whatever like that. So I just always been like in the say that we haven't done things perfectly. But that side has not done things perfectly either. And then we just have to be honest and just say like it started over there. Like just from the get go. Um
Right. See, I never put out people address because I know the law, so I didn't never do anything that would incriminate me. You know what I'm saying? So what I was pointing out was people imperfections. Like y'all calling out her flaws, then I'm gonna call out y'all flaws. You know. So I never did, and I never talked about kids. That's one thing. I love kids. I have children, so that wasn't never my thing. That wasn't never my thing to put anybody address out or any of that. So it was just to bring the truth and for people to actually see the truth. But people, like I say, once Briana and Robert were sitting on the steps, people had already formed an opinion from there. So I just wanted to come in and like be the voice because I
yeah, every time she would try to speak her truth, they would call her a liar or she was being attacked. So like you were saying like you started posting everything as far as what you saw. And you want to
Mhm.
expand on like that you weren't recruited or nothing like that? Like
No, I wasn't. I came on my own free will. I was like in the background. I was already in mixed styles group, giving them all type of information about TM, about job. I was already putting out all of this, and everything that I had put out, the page is gone now because Toya recorded it, but everything that I was putting out, I was dropping it in the group. I'm like, look, y'all, look. And they was loving me. They was like, hey, how you get that information? I'm like, don't worry about that, like this is me. So, then I didn't never meet Brianna. I never wanted to talk to Brianna. My thing was to bring truth of what I had seen from off the internet. It wasn't nothing like um I need to talk to her. I got to get close to her. It wasn't never nothing like that. And if Brianna could come up here and tell you right now, so that was it. Yeah, she did need the support. Thank you so
yeah.
much, Sharon.
So like and now it's no longer about putting out trying to prove if who is right or anything like that. It's just about supporting sisterhood actually because as we can see right now to this day they still want to try to tear her down. And I feel like any woman would just want to be uplifted, like anybody. So, like, nobody over here has said that Brianna has been perfect, but initially that was an argument between her and her husband. The world jumped in it and tried to take up for him because they felt bad for him being embarrassed. That could have just been an argument between them two. But I mean, we're here now, and people, took up for who they wanted to take up for. But at this point, it's like their divorce. What is the issue now? Either way, they can do what they want to do. Um, what we would like to do is just support one another and uplift women, and just like talk about different things that's going on in the community that affects women. And we just wanted to really talk about how this all started, like, and get everybody's viewpoint. How did they start supporting Briana and things of that nature? But yeah, just
Yeah,
wanted to speak our own truth,
and
speak
that's
our own
where
truth as supporters too.
yeah, and that's where because I'm all for sisterhood because us women we don't get a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? So we have to support each other. I don't understand if the other women that's supporting him, not saying that they shouldn't support him, but just to hear her story out. I don't understand how they jump to a man's side first. And it's always like that. If y'all remember the Megan story, everybody was dogging Megan, saying she was lying. And now the guy is in jail for doing time for shooting her in the foot. But everybody jumped on the guy. They always jump on the men's side, even women. And I just don't understand it. Even without hearing a woman out, oh, she lying on him, oh, she lying. Why she gotta be lying? Why not hear her story out first? She was already created a she was already labeled a liar before she still ain't got her truth out, you know? She's already labeled a liar before she can even tell her story. So yeah, so my thing was to come out and bring truth and to also uplift her on the internet. Why they want to say you stand out? No, I'm not the type of person that put my business out here on the internet. She's on the internet. She's a content creator, social media influencer. So it was to build her up on the internet and to also bring truth. And that's where the Bri Hive community come in at. So now we want to expand and have create, a sisterhood. And this is what if you're a follower of Briana, you already know this is what Briana playing. This is what she always talked about supporting women, supporting single women, being sisterhood, you know. So, and a lot of people had just that. A lot of those content creators, they had just came into the story. It's just like the guy two K or whatever. He just coming in. He don't even know what's going on, and he just jumped on the side. A lot of those people, they never was supporters of Robert and Brianna, so they don't know what type of person Brianna is. Yeah, they don't know what type of person she is. So they just want to come and assume they just jumped in the story and they just want to take it, they took it from there, without even hearing the truth. And now the thing is they're stuck. They're stuck. They don't want to seem wrong. They don't want to be like, well, this guy is really a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't because they had already chose a side when they came in. So they don't want to backtrack. But me, if I was them, I would just get out, jump out the store, just get out. So that's what the thing is. I mean, we're not even trying to prove that he abused her. We're not even on it anymore. And another thing is, I never wanted to. I never those other content creators, any one of his supporters was never my focus. My focus was the truth, bringing truth to him. As a person, the type of character he is. I never focused on those other content creators. Never. Let me stop. Let me read some comments real quick. And still to this day, it's all about the truth. You see, I don't say nothing. I just laugh at them because they don't know nothing. And I don't watch a lot of content creators because now I watch somebody else's opinion of her. And I would encourage you guys not to watch it. I just can't sit up and watch anybody bashing her. I just can't do it. I never have been able to do it.
Followers, Lily.
Huh? Who's on the panel?
They said they can't click on your coffee link.
Uh It's on my Pink Panther page, y'all. So yeah, so when I got, in the beginning, I met Amora or whatever, and she's a talkative person. So I was like, yes, I can just send the information to Amora, and she can talk it out for me. She can break it down, and we were just like, we was a team because she was the person that can talk and break it down. Me, I could just bring you the facts, and hey, here you go. Here go the receipt. This is what happened on this day. But I'm just not the type of person to like sit up there and talk it out. I mean, I could, but I'm just not. It just ain't in me. It just ain't in me. I've never been the type of person that's outspoken. So, and that's why it was only me and her, and they thought it was a whole gang of people over here. Okay, so we can read some of these comments. Yeah, like now, y'all, I just want to joke and I bring a little truth. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, Brianna's really, she's moving on. She's in another situation, another relationship. She's moving on. But as I told y'all before, that a lot of things have to be revealed before the end of this. And it's a lot more that's coming. It's a lot more that's. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody else want to come up. Lily, you want to say anything else? I know you want to touch base on something else. So.
No, I think like that was pretty much it. Like, we just want to start talk about like how it started. I see somebody said I didn't watch Ayana. I didn't watch.
Can you put the comments up? Cause I can.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, shout out to Felicia and Jeannie as well. And then going back to keeping up with the truth. A lot of people actually had their hands involved with keeping up with the truth, but the only one that actually apologized that was involved with keeping up with the truth is Tamika. So I mean, I know that took a lot for her to do, so she did apologize for her part that she played. But you've never heard Keisha step up and say that she apologized for attacking a woman she didn't know. You've never heard any Nene. You never heard her step up and say she apologized for anything that she's done, because honestly, they just attack a woman for no reason. Tamika for apologizing, and also Jenny for apologizing, even though she said she wasn't involved in it, but she did apologize for.
She was telling them, y'all. I love Felicia.
Can't wait for it all to end. Watch. I already knew what was it. Yeah, I don't take away anybody speaking their truth. But me personally, I feel like if the falling out didn't happen on the internet, me personally, I wouldn't bring it to the internet. But to each his own. People handle things differently. Um, but I just know people only tell the side of the story that makes them look good. They don't tell like the part that makes them look bad as well. So they don't tell everything. And then people like, well, I got receipts of this. Well, everybody has receipts. But at the end of the day, what is the point of posting receipts about things that happen in a friendship? Are you gonna get a trophy at the end of the day after you post your receipts? Like, I mean, I don't see the reason for it, but you know, whatever, if that helps you heal, okay.
I mean, how does that help someone heal when people are now taking your video and going to talk about it and it's going to stay on the internet forever? So I don't think. I mean, to each his own. Though, but me
Yeah.
personally, I would have never did that. If I stopped talking to Bree right now today, you would never you see me say.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I respect a lot of people that I've met throughout this sector, and regardless of like if we have a difference of opinion or whatever, I would never bring anything to the internet like at all because that's just not my character at all. But again, I say to each his own. Everyone's different, you know. And I respect other people's opinions, and that's the difference between us over here and then over there because they don't respect your opinion at all. It's either they're the victim, how we think is wrong, and that's it. But I mean, I can agree to disagree.
Yeah, but the thing is, when Bree started being attacked, it was just like she was like she's done with it. She wanted to move on and not keep, dragging it out or keep adding more and more to it.
Hey, juicy one. Yep, that's why I love her too. The transparency, and she always say like, if she mess up, you will never hear that over there. You've never heard that man say he messed up on anything. He blames her for everything in his life. Like, that's crazy to me. Even on the panel, one of his supporters said throughout this whole thing, they don't think he lied about anything. That's crazy to think like that to me.
Yep. See the good, the bad. Yep. Exactly. And it's a lot of I done told Bree myself, it's a lot of things that she, have brought truth to, and I was like, girl, I would never. But yeah, I love her transparency too. So she is the truth. She is the truth for real. It don't matter how bad it make her look. She gonna tell the truth.
Hey, elevator or
And it's a lot of things like a lot of people coming out about Brie and their friendship or whatever. That's their experience. That is not my experience. It's not anybody else's experience. But at the same time, you never seen Brie come out here and say anything about anybody but her ex-husband.
and she definitely could if she wanted to.
She could show receipts too.
I hate when content creators say she shouldn't have brought it to the internet. It doesn't give these content creators the right to bully her for almost 2 years. What do they want?
Well, the thing is it's a spiritual battle for Briana. So it's a test. So yeah, it's a spiritual test, and Brianna's gonna pass. That's all.
Teresa, you're funny. Oh, that's another thing. Like, they want her to fail. Like, from the beginning, one of the first content creators that, like, probably covered this was Sweet Mom. And she will never tell all the negative things that she's done as a content creator. She can always point out everyone else's wrongs, but she will never point out the wrongs that she done. But throughout this entire thing, from the beginning, we've seen her go in Brianna's interview in the comments and write disgusting things about her. I've never seen a content creator ever, or a blogger or whatever she wants to call herself. I've never seen anyone do that at all. Like she's done that. And a lot of the content she's put out, it hasn't been factual. It's been her own thoughts, and she said it was true. A lot of the content that she put out, she said she got it from Keeping Up with the Truth. Well, we found out a lot of the things that they put out were not true either. So, like,
Yeah, a
yes.
lot of things that they put out, it wasn't true at all. They was really bullying her. They was never here to bring the truth. They were never here to defend Robert. It was all about bullying Brianna.
Her motto was not to heal, was to jump onto. Bash Bree dream. There's no way she would have done it if she loved Bree the way she claims she did. I agree, Matrice. Hi, Riri.
Hello,
Toya. Hey,
Hey,
everyone.
Toy.
yeah.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Y'all know we ain't talking about other content creators, but I was just on somebody live maybe like 10 minutes ago. And this girl is on there that bought a fake stomach thing and really trying to like show a picture that she know Briana pregnant. And I mean not pregnant. And the girl started playing with a baby doll and combing her hair and stuff. And I just got it. They blocked me. And I ain't even want even mean. But I said, y'all really sitting up here listening to somebody that's playing with a baby doll at 11 o'clock at night talking about that's her baby. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Wow.
Like she really over there talking, and so they blocked me. I can't comment no more, but I got off because it's stuff like that. Like I don't even understand. I said, do y'all really like? So when she had a baby, what you gonna say? Because you creating this whole scenario and zooming in and showing where that she got on a fake this and fake that. So when she had a baby, what you gonna say?
Right. Why is that their focus? I can't even I don't understand. Why is that their focus?
Because Robert made it their content. They already said it. He put it out there for them, so that's why they're making it their content. It's important to him, so they're making it important to them.
Yeah, that
That's
Robbie
crazy.
girl, Marlon. Yeah, I said this girl, she don't look about, she look batshit crazy. And I said she had 100 and some people over there actually listening to her. That's crazy. Yeah, Robert definitely made it as content. That's what he wanted, so they could keep calling her a liar, because that's all they kept saying is she a liar, she a liar, she a liar, she ain't pregnant. Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, a lot of these women are jealous of Brianna. It's a lot of hatred in their heart for her, and that's why. I mean, they was never here to bring the truth either. Just keep it real. What they call debunking lies. They talk about her appearance and talk about this and talk about the kids and all of that. They was never here to bring the truth either.
No, I mean you could just hear the hatred in their heart that they have for her. So like that's how you know. And
Yeah, I
then
was just on another person's live not too long ago saying that we were saying the same thing that they say. Then they always say, "What we jealous of? Like her beauty, her brains, her cars, her kids, her houses. I mean, her vacation. She got a passport. I mean, I could go on and on and on about what they jealous about, and it's pure jealousy. And she's a pretty girl. She's a beautiful woman actually, and they don't like it at all.
yeah, yeah, I agree. And someone put in the comments about it. Bree used to pay people bills, and I remember that she used to go live and just spare the moment. She would just be like, "I want to pay a couple people for lunches today and things like that." But they wouldn't know that though because they didn't follow her until all this drama started. So they don't know
Exactly.
like the different things that she would just hop on live and be like, "Okay, y'all, I'm gonna pay 5 people rent today, just randomly." Like they wouldn't know that because they weren't supporters of her.
Yeah, I was saying that she's a really big giver. She's not really a taker. You know, you have your
Yep,
givers
that's
and your
true.
takers, and she is a giver. She's not a taker. And
And
that's
it's
a sweet
crazy how they
thing.
don't even watch the person they support. I mean, because they so focused on her.
Yes, unfortunate. I really wish they would just leave her alone.
See, Miss Lady said she received $20 from her back in the day for lunch. See, that's what I'm saying. But they say she don't give to her supporters or nothing. She doesn't care. But that's not my experience of her.
Right. It's been proven times and times that they're not, yep, just Brie haters. And they gonna hate on her, y'all. I mean, it's gonna continue. I mean, it's not gonna stop. 'Cause, I mean, look at they divorced now, so and she's pregnant by John Hill, so they gonna just keep going. Because it has nothing to do with Robert, and Robert's just trying to tie himself, keep himself relevant.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I saw today, like he put something about bees, and it just further confirm for me that he wants to use
Just
people
say
as
he
content because
said
he doesn't have
he
content at
said
all.
he don't,
Mm-hmm.
like. They're definitely gonna be mad.
We
They
were
going out of their way to try to prove that she's not pregnant, and
Mhm.
she show them every time that she's pregnant. I mean, but they believe the ringleader Robert. He want to believe that she's not pregnant. Yeah, I'm jealous because she got out.
Yeah.
I can
Hmm.
agree with that. Hmm.
But to piggyback off of what you said, that is, it was never about them. For them, it was never to bring forth the truth or bring light to the
Yep,
situation.
she was always giving.
Somebody just wrote, I just banned them now saying we act like we wanna suck on her or something. I don't like women, so that's
It
never the
made
case.
them think that. Yep. Anybody
No,
wanna oh, we got Sharice and Toya on here. Anybody else wanna come up and talk about how they started supporting Brianna?
Yeah, I could drop down if somebody else wanna come up.
Yeah.
yeah, I watched from the sideline for since the beginning, since I was following her way before the situation happened. But once it, and it's,
I can
I
see
mean,
Toya mic moving, but I don't know if she can. I can't hear her. Can y'all
We
hear
can
her?
hear her. Yeah, we can hear her.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
I,
hear you.
Oh, okay, I don't know why she can hear me. But yeah, I was watching from the sidelines. I followed Brianna on Instagram and Facebook because I liked that they family dynamic. It was cute or whatever. And once the situation, but I've been because I work overnight, so I literally this is I don't want to say entertainment, but I stay caught up every day because I be at work, staying caught up, just watching, looking, comment here and there. But I only started talking or commenting more or liking or getting blocked off people pages from like trying to um speak my say what I gotta say. But just to watch, I literally watched these people literally pick a side when it didn't have nothing to do with nobody, but to watch how Brianna they tore her down and how she cried and cried and cried broke my heart. And knowing that I've been in a situation she's been in, and just knowing that I didn't have the platform to tell it or whatever. And I probably I wouldn't. I ain't never put it on nobody. It wasn't a Facebook thing.
They
But
tore her down and how she cried and cried and cried, broke my heart.
now,
And
now
knowing that I've been in
echo.
a situation she's been in,
Who
and
just came in? Who just came on the panel?
I
You
didn't
got
have
mute.
to tell
It's
it
an
over.
echo.
I wouldn't. I ain't never put it on my Facebook. They tore her down.
what's going
I
on?
think it was Mel. Yeah, you good now.
I can hear you. It just all of a sudden got quiet.
Yeah, so when once Robert started mocking the abuse and doing like tote challenges and and then I saw like how that was breaking real like he was mocking it, it really just did something to me. Like I'm like, you didn't it just to mock it and just to see how she still was trying to fight for her marriage and try to and still got out there and said I apologize, and he was doing stuff like recording their conversations without her even knowing, and and you could tell she didn't know because she laying in the bed sad, and it's just like to just see that and to be like, why would you display somebody that you love, you call so-called love so much, got a baby by, and why would you put her out like that? Why would you expose her like that? And so that really broke my heart for her. And then as I just kept watching, I just watched how he continued to lie and continue to mock her and continue, just to be hell. He, because he was exposed, he couldn't handle it. So he just turned to the devil, it almost seemed like. So just to watch it play out. And that's why I kind of just stay positive, because although Bree everybody has a part, she has a part, he has a part, but the whole part was with Bree is that she moved with grace. She said her apologies. She kept it moving. She stopped talking about it. She would come and say something when he poke her. She eventually stopped talking about it. You could just tell who is doing what, because I don't want to say falling, but he's not doing any better. And she seems like she's still moving. She still has the followers. She's still doing what she got to do to take care of her kids and herself. And it just seemed, he's the one that's kind of like it's falling back on. So you kind of see who the problem. When you sit back and you sit at a relation at a situation with two people, you can always tell who the problem is, and you could tell he's the problem because he has the most shit going on, and he has the most drama going on in his page. He has the most. It's just constant. Content about somebody else, about defending myself, trying to get validation or his reputation. You could just tell, and it's sad to just see, but I do try my best to just kind of leave Brianna motivational things, because I just feel like as women we have to uplift her, and as many people as attacking her, I feel like she need 10 times more than that to kind of just so she knows she do have people that have her back. And although she don't know me personally, I can relate to her and as a woman, and so I just hope that others continue to, although some of us don't like to comment and say things, just to give her like encouraging words to just let her know that she's not alone, and because it feels good to know when you're not alone, because it sucks when you feel like you're alone. You get into that deep dark depression. And so yeah, so like I just stuck around because I'm like, you know what, this girl is really going through it, and they is steady kicking her, and I just couldn't imagine going through that every day. So
So Mel up here, you wanted to say something too?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh no, I'm just a diehard Bri supporter. And just wanted to just come up and support or whatever. But I started out from the beginning. I was windmilling by myself. And then I was Team Bri, and then Bri Hive, and um I agree with Geramica when she said her beef was never with the content creators. My beef has always been with Robert and his lies and manipulation. And I just want him to be stopped. I mean, that's my main mission. You know what I'm saying? It's just him. He's horrible. Briana has grown. If everybody can look back to the beginning when she used to pop off and come out here and, had to prove everything. And she has literally been showing them like dust for months and months and months. So she go past her test. It's definitely a test. God definitely has her, and she has taught me a lot. At her age, she has taught me a lot. I have learned a lot within my own relationship, and um, just about friends and running your mouth and talking. it's like, damn, this saga has really, really taught me a lot. Um, so yeah, that's it. That's it, y'all. I ain't had nothing really big to say.
Thanks, Mill.
All
Yes,
right,
thanks,
thank you.
Mel.
All righty.
Hey, Sharon, we love you too. It needs to be stopped. In due time. He's
Yeah.
literally demonic. You can see it in his eyes, especially when he gets angry. I can only imagine what he was doing behind closed doors. Yeah, I really feel like it's a spirit, and like they don't understand that the spirit be rubbing off on them, and when it takes over them, they start. You can just tell, like they start the victim mentality. They start they look just like him, and they're like, it's like he leading them to hell, actually. Now, I'm not saying that we do everything perfect, because we don't. We're human. We gonna make mistakes every day, but the thing is that we're striving to be better humans every day. Like, we don't want the worst for anyone. So, like, they, yes.
Is they're one of the things that they love to say is, I'm tired of her lying. She needs to quit lying and this and that and the other. She's not even speaking. She's not
Right?
saying anything.
For real,
She's
Sharice.
she's not saying anything. So how are y'all trying to debunk something? How are you sick of her doing this? She's not saying anything. She's going on with her life. And they I'm so sick of seeing her. This was her job. She was a content creator, and it was to come on and share her life journey and what's going on in her world. She's supposed to come out and do live try on hauls with her. She's supposed to come on and sell stuff out of her boutique and this and then the other. And the jealousy is so strong, the hate and envy is so strong to what she's doing, what she's always done, and she's been able to do it a little more out loud because she's not being controlled. And you know what I'm saying? And her very appearance irks their soul. And again, like I said, and y'all say, okay, we just tired of her line. We just tired of her line. She's not speaking. When people were coming for Don, like, well, I'm gonna get on Bri because Bri's not doing anything to you. She's not saying anything to you. Why is the attack on this young lady? And y'all say, oh, because she lied on him. Well, he took her to court for the picture that she didn't put online. So why is he not stepping up to, because he knows what went on in that house, just like that woman knows. She knows what went on behind closed doors. He knows as well. And that's why he does not attack the story that was put out. He doesn't he just needs some money, he needs some attention, he needs some relevancy in his life, but he does not take her to court. He does not address those things because he knows those things really happen. But y'all talking about y'all want her to stop lying. She ain't saying anything.
I ain't
So who are
said
y'all?
nothing. Every day, Sharice, they be, she didn't stop that line. I'm like, what did she say?
What did she
I'm
say?
so glad.
Or
That's why I'm so glad she's so quiet, because people go
Yes.
to her, now people go to her page and be like, this woman ain't saying nothing. She ain't even speaking on him.
Right. And it's people in other people's comments that literally be like, well, she need to stop speaking on him. I'm like, y'all are just going off of what people just saying. Y'all see a comment and take off running because she don't speak on him. She didn't even speak, and she could have said something about him recording her when she was taking Momo. She didn't even speak on it. She hasn't parted her lips about it.
nope. And you know what that shows? It shows growth,
Yes.
because before she probably would have. So,
Right.
like, when they talk about, oh, she did it, okay, but you're speaking about the old her. People grow and people make
Mhm.
mistakes. Imagine,
Mhm.
like, your mother leaving you just out on the road because you just didn't do everything they wanted you to do. Like,
Right.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that mentality. Like, oh,
Nope.
why y'all supporting her? Because we want to. Why does that bother you? We're
Right.
not saying why are you supporting him? Support him. But y'all aren't
Support
even
her.
doing that. Support him. And then you say, oh, she's scamming her supporters. We know that not to be true, but let's just say, okay, that was the case. Why do you care? If we're okay with it, let us be okay with it. Like,
Yeah.
how can you scam out of diapers and wipes? Be real. Like, what can she do with that?
And even with that, do they actually think Felicia would have put her own self on the line and not fact checking it and had everybody, do that pamper and white drive? Do they actually think that Felicia would have come out? She wasn't gonna get no parts of that money. She wasn't gonna get no pampers and wipes out of it. Why would she put her name and her reputation on the line if she didn't know that that woman was pregnant for sure? They just don't think things through. You
They
know what I'm
don't.
saying? What does she need to come out and say? She's like, okay, they feel like Johnny Boy, as they always call him. He don't really like her. He don't care about her. He's just using her and da 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 da. So y'all actually think that he wanted to be and this and that and the other, and all these people are supporting her however they want to because it's their money or with encouraging words or whatever people do behind the scene. We don't know. But why in the world? It's like they deflect everything about him onto her. He is the liar.
Yep, project. Yep, he project everything. Yep, he's the scammer. He's the
They
liar. He's all of this.
That girl ain't finna come out and lie and go through the extents of a reveal and doctor appointments and this and that and the other. For what? She don't need the attention. She got it. She has the
Exactly.
attention. She's not. You know what I'm saying? She's not doing this
They be
for.
like, she doing it for clout. What clout? She
Yeah,
already got the clout.
she got it. If she ain't got it from nobody, she got it from y'all.
See, like somebody just came over here and called her a hoe. Have we even called any names? You see, this
No
is
name.
a representation of what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you over here calling anybody a hoe? Like, we're not doing that.
They only know 3 men that she done been with. And yes, she's had children by 'em, but she longevity in these learned
But
relationships.
that ain't
She
but that
tried.
ain't got nothing to do with
But that
them
ain't
though.
I
Why
know,
they
but I'm
worry
just
about her
saying.
coochie?
She ain't hopping and jumping and do they know the definition of a hoe? She was in a relationship with the first one, had a baby with him. She was in this relationship. She's not jumping and hopping and skipping around all these parts. And like we said earlier, we were on Dez Live. It's mighty funny he doesn't address. There's nothing different that Sierra has said that Bri hasn't said. But he ain't on her hollering and screaming about Sierra all the time. It's all
Because
about Bri.
exactly because Bree has the clout. Bree has the motion. It's just like he's over there talking about these bees. Now he want to use us. That's
Us.
why it's time to switch up. Now it's time to switch up because he now. That's why I put up on my page about they love drama. It
Yeah.
doesn't. They love attention. I mean, they love
Attention.
attention. So if it's good or bad, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna run with it. Now he's
Yeah,
talking about the bees because Bree ain't responding. So now it's the bees.
I got to do something
If
to get
people
some
go to Bri Hive page, Bri Hive ain't said nothing.
right
What are you talking
forever.
about the bees? Like what?
Yep. Because they refuse to believe that this small section over here of bees, so to speak, they refuse to think that it's people outside of us that actually don't care for him. Every negative comment that's in his comments or their comments is not a bee. It's just
That
people
that's
out here that genuinely sees him for who he is, and they dislike him. His own followers were been pleading and pleading with him. Say, man, switch up. Stop talking about that girl. Do you give us some songs? And we ain't asking for no songs, cause so y'all couldn't think it's bees. We not asking him to
exactly.
sing nothing. So it's people that dislike him for who he is, not
And
for
been
what
disliking
he
them.
said. They're not for what Brick said. They dislike him because of him.
They never did like him. He's
They
never
did.
been liked. He's
No,
never
Never.
been liked ever.
no.
Even way before, and you could go back and find posts from 2017, 2018. Nobody liked him. He's singing the same song he was singing back then. It's just a different audience. He keeps
Hmm.
switching audience. That's why he on bingo and shit, because he's
Yeah,
trying to find a new audience.
yeah,
We're,
exactly.
we're we hip to him. He
Yeah.
know he's finished, so
He
he has to find a new audience
Yep.
to sing the same old song that he been singing since he was a kid. First it was his hood, then it was his city, then it was, his fans, then it
He
was
said
this.
himself that his city
It's
wasn't supporting
everybody else but him.
It's
everybody.
everybody else but him. It's
What's that?
everybody else. Now it's Briana. No.
What's that saying? Everybody's wrong but me. Everybody's fault but mine. That's that boy's mix. That's him.
Yes.
Wrong but
But
him.
Yeah,
people,
you remember when they was married? They weren't liking his stuff because he was married. You remember that,
yes.
right?
But
Exactly.
it's the video that dropped that he said 3 months, y'all. 3 months before the incident, he was sitting on that balcony in that stupid ass robe, skinny as fuck. Oops, I'm sorry, skinny as heck. Praising Briana. This was 3 months before the whole accident. He
Exactly.
wasn't getting no support. He was ready to leave social media because it wasn't for him. He was gonna let Brianna work
Hmm.
and
Right.
he was gonna live his best life. And
You
that was three
said
months before the
you
accident.
said you
So
told Bri. Hmm.
so how all of a sudden she's a
Mm-hmm.
bad person? All of a sudden now she was a
All of a
bad
sudden,
Right.
person.
yeah. Mhm.
He
She's a
Boy,
bad
he
person.
bye.
said
She's a
we
liar. She's a
not together. He's if we fake like
Mhm.
because I would have more women supporters if I wasn't married. So let's do this, let's do this breakup, but we still mess around behind the scenes, and I get my following up. Well, she gone. She good and gone. She's so gone.
go ahead.
The only reason he was getting baddies, as Kevin say,
Right.
he got baddies after he married
Mm,
Brianna. And the only reason it was because Brianna was so fine, and these women, y'all know how women is. Like, dang.
Hmm.
Oh, he married her. Oh, I'm about to see how much he loved her. They
right.
went after him to piss Brianna off. They went after
That's
him
yeah.
and compete with Brianna. When Brianna left, you ain't seen that. Y'all, who y'all seen? We ain't seen nan woman. It ain't no studio. It ain't no staying out late. It ain't no late night this and that. It ain't no skits with this lady, that lady. It's none of that because they
Not
was only doing it to just to egg. It was a woman thing.
the woman
Uh,
thing.
you know what I'm saying? To piss her off.
Yeah. Yeah.
She had to fight all her life in them 6 years against women coming after her because of him,
Listen,
not
listen.
because of her.
And they just don't know they was fighting for nothing. Y'all was trying to get. She wished one of y'all would have won. You know what I'm saying? She wished y'all could have took him off her hands.
Yes, 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 yes. It's so many videos, y'all, of Bri. She talking like she talking about relationships in general, but now that we know, she was
It was a
crying out.
threesome.
She
It
was
was a
talking about her. She was talking about her marriage. She was
Yes,
talking
the
about her
whole time.
marriage the whole
Hmm.
time.
the whole
And when
time.
she came out and said, I cannot teach self love when I'm going through what I'm going through. And she
Right.
said, y'all about to see the good, the
The
bad,
bad
and the
and
ugly. And she told us. So either you go ride with her or just go ahead on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do nothing but respect it. Yes, Brianna do shit I'm sorry, y'all, stuff that I don't like.
Right.
But she's 32. I got a daughter that's 33, and I want to knock her head upside the wall all the
Mhm.
time because she still don't get it. So yes, yeah, she pissed me off, but she's growing and she's trying
Yep.
and she do better. She don't come out here constantly every day popping off doing. She don't do it. She let stuff build up and then she pop off and then she repent.
It's it's so crazy to me because
You know what I'm
they've been
saying? That's my girl.
they've
Yes,
been
yes.
they've been at
God loved us in spite
right.
of our mess.
She said that. But it's crazy because they have been after this girl on this girl neck for 2 years. But as soon as they found out that each other been talking about the other person about on the back end, these
They
folks lost their.
horrible.
Why y'all been talking about me? Y'all, I can't believe you said this about me and that.
Who cares
Yeah.
if somebody
And
talk about somebody? Like,
but I'm
please.
saying, but y'all did the same thing and still doing this to this woman you don't know. But y'all losing y'all's mind when y'all
When
heard
somebody
y'all
do it to them.
what is
Mhm.
yeah, oh my gosh, she's talking about my dead sister and this. And I'm not saying it's not right. It's not that's not cool at all that people can stoop to those type levels. But I'm just saying, how dare you get some feeling
Mhm.
and some morale about yourself because it's against you, but y'all have you don't give a good goddamn that y'all been harassing this woman and her children and her family day in
Yeah.
and day out. They in for 2 years this long?
Yeah.
Hey,
Y'all
everyone
want
coming in.
huh?
I'm sorry, I was just speaking to people
People
coming.
coming in. I got you. It's just crazy to me. Now y'all got feelings. She talking about my deceased. She talking about my da 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 da. Y'all are talking about this woman.
But they literally say, it don't feel good being dragged. It don't feel good being talked about every day. And it's like, what?
Even with the one of the
Are you
sisters,
kidding
sister
me?
there, and I ain't talking about his family member, them other two sisters. She talked about my family, my mama, my daddy, my sister, and this girl. You talk about Bri and her children. You have women on your panel that talked about this little girl in a sexual way, saying how she wanted her mama boyfriend. What? And now you got feelings because this girl brought up your sister, your mama, and your daddy, who's all still living. And now you care, you feel some type of way.
But that's all the head. It's the head, y'all. It's Robert. Like he was
It's
on
him.
his live
Yep, it is. Do
today.
you
He
see
said,
how I was gonna say, do you see how like where I think Ayana had spoke about the $7,000 and he ran to his
Right.
page and
put
he
himself
flipped it
in it,
around?
didn't
Yeah,
he?
And
you see how he put himself in it?
He
Anything for
had to put
content.
himself in it.
that's what happened to my money. What, girl?
Then he gonna say financial abuse is
A
if
financial
you
exactly.
boy,
And that's what abusers they financial abuse, and he tried to put it off on him.
That boy turned
everything
that
he
man
say
out there
that actually telling people what he doing, but putting it on this
and
side.
putting it
You
on
feel me?
somebody. That's why he create those characters. And his other thing is he can't believe that he has so much manipulation and mind control over that many people. Because I mean,
Yep.
he came out and manipulated a video of this woman in her belly, and they
Listen,
still ain't said they said
but
nothing.
listen, this is not the first time that she's mentioned the $7,000. So why didn't he address it then? You see what I'm saying? It's just
He
like
ain't never said nothing about it.
everything else he does just to bring traction to his page. People that joined up here wanted to give them a chance to talk as well.
Oh, okay.
It's Brooklyn Girls.
Hi, ladies. Can y'all hear me?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi. And I don't even have long now, but I just had to come up and I guess say why I support Brie. And I don't even like to talk a lot, but I think it needs to be said. I started following Brie, wow, years ago, actually when she was pregnant. Um, well,
Mhm.
actually, let's start before that. I used to follow LaTruth
Oh,
and I followed him. I was a supporter of his because I can say, just from my experience, he was that person. He was that person that put out all this content. So if I missed it online, just like any other content creator, he had all like the hottest music and people with the hottest skits, just other people things. So I used to watch him, and then I stopped watching him because I didn't like how he was moving. Okay, later on, he got with Briana, and I started watching Briana. And when she was pregnant, I loved her content, loved it. Um, just how generous she was. Someone else that's on the panel said just the things she used to do for single parents, just her dance and her laugh and her praying, just the things. She was just a positive person giving positive content. People was coming at her then, but she was just still always positive. And it's funny that I had stopped watching Briana. It's a funny story because I said something, not only me, but it was other people in her chat that used to get upset when he would join her lives,
Yes.
mm,
right?
yep.
And I remember she snapped at me, which I deserved. I can admit because I did, flip on her husband. I was questioning her why he on there. But I got upset because I questioned Brianna. I said, well, why are you, it seems like why do you let him on here? And why, whenever you do skits with him or he's around, I feel like you turn to this,
Dang.
my saying was this ghetto
She
girl.
changed,
And
yeah.
you don't act like that when it's just you on live. Personal
Mhm.
one to one, woman to woman. But then when he come around, and then I was still even more in the business. And I'm like, why is he never around? And it was used to be me and all these people, all her supporters. You never really,
Knew
like I
he
said, I
wasn't
used to
right.
follow him first. And when he first got married, all right, I never saw Brianna. I never, she was like in the background. I never really saw her. And but when she came around, he was never there. At first, it was an in and out thing. It was she, she was doing her thing, and then when he came, he just used to take over. And the reason why I stopped liking him, even before the incident, is because people don't realize how he is now. He was worse. He was
Yeah,
so arrogant. He would just come, I'm a millionaire. Y'all just jealous of me. Look at this Rolex. Look at this. He was just, oh,
he
even
was
even
horrible.
even how he so act like he's so mature. If anyone ever followed him, I would say, well, how is this? Because that was how my mother and father was. My mother was very much in the church, when my father was an alcoholic. And I saw that in them. I'm like, well, this girl is like this. But then on his content, he would be smoking, smoking all the time, drinking all the time, just acting like he 20. And I'm like, this doesn't, no, I'm not feeling him. Okay. After the incident, this is what really,
He
when
that's
people don't forget keeping up with the Latrues, all before even all of that happened. I was there right after the incident, the day after, right? Or even, it might even been the day of, but I know it's definitely the day after. Latruth, yeah, Latruth, Robert Hampton, whatever I must call his name. He was in, because as you know, right after the story broke, everybody was blogging on it. He was in everybody's comments. Oh, she a liar. I never wanted to
yeah.
be married to her. I never hit her with a toast. This was a skit. He was talking
She turned into a monster.
all
Mm,
this crap within the first couple of days. Oh, because he didn't actually go on his live. And if people go back and actually talk
Oh,
about it
God.
for about a couple of days. During that time, he was just bashing her.
Yeah.
And I remember, I
The
don't
smear
remember which live
campaign.
it was. Bree actually brought that up. She was like, "Yeah, people have been telling my supporters have been telling me that you've been going around saying these things." And he called it a lie. He was like, they're lying to you. They just don't want us together. And that right there is when I saw how he manipulate people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are people not seeing this? Yes, he was on TikTok. So I feel like he was the one that incited this hatred towards her. He was in these people
Smear
comments
campaign.
talking about her, calling
Yeah.
her a liar. I remember one time, right, a couple of days, he was saying that she was mentally ill. I don't even know if people remember that. He was saying she was mentally ill,
Yeah.
you know, and that's when the skit, it was just so many things he was saying behind her. And then I saw this girl crying and trying to defend herself.
Yeah.
And people were just coming after her. I saw women, so it didn't even matter what she did, if she brought it to the internet. My issue was she bought it, so you bully her. And this, I remember the one thing, another, I don't even remember what time it was that resonated in my heart with Bri, is when she said, I protected him.
I
I
protect it.
protected him. And y'all, even I could cry now for, and I felt that because you did. He didn't protect you. He went on the internet and saying what you did. Yeah, you came out, but you went everywhere on everybody's site and everybody's chat on all these blogs and bashed her within the first day or two of this incident, and
Hmm.
kept doing it. And that's why these other women felt it was okay to
Hmm.
do this against your wife. Yet you're still being with her. You're still telling these people lying, and on the back end, just inciting this hatred. And that's why this started. That's why keeping, to be honest, that's why keeping up with the Truth started. That's what I feel, because you
Yeah.
incited this hatred among women against her, not only him, Kevin. I don't know if I'm supposed to say names. Kev and his sister, all them siblings, all of them
Yeah.
against her. And they don't want to talk about that. How it is, and that's how all these groups started. And then and just to know that they were in these groups, and
It's
allowed it
just
to happen. Like, who does that to your still then your wife, the mother of your children, well, of your kid, not children, of your child.
he used
So
her from the
I am.
beginning.
Yes, he used women. That is
He
one thing
used
Jenny
her from the
said.
beginning. Hmm.
Yes. You
Yep.
use women, their heart against this woman, and still doing it to this day. Still doing it to this day. And I just want to thank the people that stood up. She needed support. And that's why I started supporting her and speaking up as much as I can. I want to thank Geramica. I want to thank everyone that actually did
Yeah.
not judge her, which you don't supposed to do. They don't want anyone to, but don't judge her and show empathy and compassion for another person.
Yeah.
It's not right. Even if she brought something to the internet, it doesn't give anyone the right to bash someone or to talk about their children. And even if you say sorry, damn it, it doesn't make it okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I just really want to say is that no one is holding they're not holding Robert responsible for what
Or
he did
anything.
from the
Anything.
beginning, from the first, second, third day after she came out with her story. Nobody's holding him responsible to that. When that woman
For
was
nothing.
crying and he or like you said, playing with the totes, making these stupid skits. When
And
she
he's
said she
11 years older than her,
yes,
y'all.
yes.
Yep,
He's
making fun of
11
her with
years
those
her
skits.
senior. She was
And
a
this
baby. She was a baby, y'all.
it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make sense. And then you have these content creators talking about we against bullying and we stand up for
No, they're
DV.
not.
What
They don't
type
want to
of
be
you
wrong. At this
yes.
point, they don't want to
That's
be
all it
wrong.
is.
They
Yep,
don't
that's
want to
all it is.
lose. They know what it is. Anybody with any common sense see it. That's the way this fool is acting. They see it. They
How
don't want to
he?
be wrong. They too far in. They too deep in.
Yeah, how is he not bullying her, calling her Lionia? He posted that in his story. He called her Lionia.
Yes.
He talk about. He
He
say it
titled
every
some of his
day.
videos Lionia. He just went. He know that they call her Lionia. How you gonna
Hmm.
go live and call her bitches and Lionia, but you don't do any bashing? Like that's that
And I
split personality we be talking about. Now
appreciate
Yeah,
tomorrow he'll go live and say, "Oh, positive vibes. I'm just positive," but they don't
that.
see that because they don't watch anything he do.
but just like he came on and said, season Sage hasn't hurt anybody, hasn't done anything, haven't bashed anybody. She has nothing to do with this. But did you forget she just posted how many names yesterday, dude?
Hmm. And
How
with
can you
any
say she is not involved when she's speaking on your ex
mhm.
pregnancy, dude? That's mental illness, y'all.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. And what I keep asking myself, would any of his supporters or these content creators accept what he's doing to Bree?
If it
Would
was
they
them,
accept if they was
if
in
it
her
was them, no,
shoes?
they would not. No,
Would
they
they
would not.
say that how would they feel if this man had all these women and all these people still doing this to you? Would they say it's okay if he didn't pay child support for their child? Would they
They
say it's
say
okay?
Exactly.
Would they say it's okay that he's saying, oh, how are they even supporting him? And they saying they're there for Momo. You're not even doing anything but
they're not
bashing her
there for
mom.
Momo.
What are you doing for her?
They're not there for Momo. They talk
You're not
about
even.
Momo hair. They talk about
Yes.
that child. And he allow it. He never stood up for them babies ever.
No. No, he
His
doesn't.
girls, even his one, he never stood up for her. In the comments, somebody asked him about the Sharia SA. He literally said, I didn't do nothing because it didn't happen. Are you kidding me? He replied back in the
Exactly.
comment and said it did not happen.
And as a
That
woman, how
that
can
that
you
is so
accept that?
disgusting.
Yes,
That's
how can you accept
disgusting.
that as a woman? How can you accept
As a
that?
woman, as anybody, how can you accept that? And he made Sharia to be out to be a monster, just like he made Bree to be out to be a monster. He turned Bree and Sierra against each other, just like he turning Bree and Sage against each other. Well, at least he trying, but Bree don't care.
Yes, he put his
Momo
own
ain't here have a grandmama.
family.
She
That
happy to have a grandmama.
that would tell you what type of
That's
person. And I'm
good.
gonna get off. That would tell you what type of person he put his own family out there.
Yeah,
As much as
yeah,
I about Toya because just the type of character she is, but I'll
yeah.
give her one, just a little crumb of a compliment is that she stood 10 toes down for her brother who showed that he don't give a damn about her. He never shared her stuff like that. He like it. He is so blatant. Even for Kevin, they did all of this for you, and what are you doing for them?
They did it for
Even
money.
how can Toya supporters even support him? If you support her, how can you support him? The whole thing just doesn't make any sense. And I just see, and that's why I have to kind of step away, because even with these content
Mhm.
creators, they only even Sage and well Valencia, I'm gonna say her name. They only support y'all when y'all are bashing on Bri, and then
They
you
doing
notice
what
they
they
stop
want to
doing
do.
it. So it's, I mean, it's so blatant. It's so blatant. So my goal is I'm gonna still keep supporting the Hive and Bree because I like positivity, and she's going to make it. She's going through it right now.
Thank
I have
you.
prayer for her, and I'm gonna constantly support any woman. I would never bash. How is she going to ever grow or get better by bashing her? Never. I don't care what decision she
Mhm.
make. I might not agree with it, but she's grown,
Yeah,
and that's what grown women do. You don't talk about them. You just okay. You
she's
I'm gonna just
trying.
tell you how I feel. You should do it this way. If you don't do it that way, oh well. Nobody gets to tell nobody how to run their life, and then don't expect nobody to tell you what to do. You get what I'm
She's
saying? But
trying. She's trying. Like, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. I'm toxic. Yes, I am. But with God grace, I'm growing to be a better woman. I'm growing to be a better mother. I'm growing. You can't do nothing but respect that, baby. You can't do
exactly,
nothing but respect that.
I have mad respect. She taking care of them kids by herself. I
Yes.
can imagine Forky by herself,
Yes. And she
with
with them
pregnant with twins.
24/7. She don't have no
Yes,
cousins, no grandma, no
yes,
aunties, nobody house they can go
yes,
spend the night and get them for the weekend. She don't. She
yes,
have her kids 24/7. If them babies ain't with their daddy out of town, and when they out of
yes.
town, you know she got Momo. She 24/7. Can't no woman out here say that
Mm-hmm.
they be with their kids 24/7 on birthdays out of town, on holidays. I mean, come on now.
Yes.
Come
She
on
has her
now.
kids
I had
home.
to, so I understand. I
Me
definitely
too.
understand.
It's hard.
Yes,
It's
It is
hard.
yes,
hard to take it and be pregnant.
it
And
is.
be
It
pregnant with
is.
twins.
And deal with all the bills. Y'all know them bills come around every 30 days.
Exactly.
Rent every 30 days. Them cell phones. You got Wi-Fi. You got Hulu. You got everything. You got water bill, light bill, gas bill. That it comes around every 30 days. And just imagine with 4 babies and pregnant. Jesus, it ain't nothing but nobody but God, y'all.
Exactly. It
It ain't
really
nobody but God
is.
that's carrying that woman. Ain't nobody but God. Everybody complaining about Facebook money. Everybody, all these content creators talk about they not getting paid. Facebook don't pay like they want to be. Briana ain't posted for help yet.
No. I see
And
her
yeah, and then
elevating.
the first time she'll post or do a video, they'll say, y'all don't do content on it. She's trying to make us. What are you talking about? She's doing it for her supporters, you dummies. Like, what part of that don't y'all
Yeah.
understand? Like, it's for her supporters, people that support her and love her, not for y'all. Like, you supposed to be
Mhm.
over there viewing his content and downloading. He's begging y'all to download his music. Y'all haven't
Yeah, they
done nothing. You
yeah they
watching Brianna.
kill me with that. She just want us to speak on it. She just want us to make her relevant. What? That she ain't doing this for y'all. This has nothing to do with y'all.
She
Y'all
been
are
doing it for
so
years.
dumb.
For years.
Yes.
Oh, it's somebody else up here. Let me see. Joy.
Let me
Joy
know if
ain't
I need
spoke
to
yet.
drop down, y'all.
Oh
Can
no,
y'all
you good. Joy.
can y'all
Mhm,
hear me?
Yep, we
mhm.
can.
All right now, miserable people. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey,
Hey.
Hey,
Joy,
Joy.
Joy. Hey,
Hi.
boo.
Oh, no, in the house.
Well, I ain't shouting out Marlon because she too messy, child. And Matrice, I don't know who gave her a wrench because she need to tighten it up. Okay. And Petty Ready, she always petty. This why I stay away
I
from the group
love
most of the
Patty.
time because I cannot handle the pettiness and the pure, just unadulterated, just foolishness that be going on in that group. Oh my good. Wait, can
Oh,
I block Geramica? Oh, I thought I was muted. My bad. Okay. Let
oh,
me
Y'all,
we
start
Joy
love
over.
is
you,
top,
Joy.
one of the top three. She
Hey,
one of the top Three messy ones.
Hey,
Unacceptable.
Geramica. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Hey. I'm just
Joy.
saying hi. How you doing, girl? I thought my phone was muted.
It's so good to hear your voice. Put a
Yes.
voice to the face.
Right.
It
Oh,
is.
thank
It is.
you.
It is.
So I just want to say a couple things. The first thing is, let me refer to my notes. The first thing is, if
Mm-hmm.
you ever want to know what a narc is doing, just pay attention to what they accusing you of doing. It's plain and simple.
It's
Just
what
pay
they
attention to
doing.
what
Yeah.
Robert is accusing everybody else of doing, and then you know what he's doing. It's simple. And the next thing is, I do have a confession. Precious Lord, take my hand. So my confession
Right.
is I used to be a Robert supporter. Don't kill me. Okay. Oh,
Kick
Jesus.
her out, y'all. Kick her out. No, I'm just playing.
So let me explain. What happened was back in the days for a couple of months, and then I started to realize how needy he was and how just oh my god, he just started showing sign like I know how to pick up signs of a narc, and once I saw that, I unfollowed him. And I was one of the people that had wrote to Facebook for him too and be like, please give this family man back his page.
No,
He
you
didn't deserve
didn't,
that.
Joy.
He need his page back. But then when I saw the signs, how arrogant and just I remember one time Bree walked in the door. I think she was working. I could be wrong. I remember she walked in the door and he started throwing. She didn't know she was on camera. And then when she realized you could see she was pissed, he started throwing money in her face. He started throwing money down on the ground as she was walking. He was just so arrogant and nasty
Disrespectful.
and rude and just, oh my God, just irked my, ooh. So anyway, it just killed my train of thought. But the whole thing is with Robert. Robert needs attention. He needs attention. If he don't get attention, he will get it by any means necessary. He will do whatever it takes to get attention. And I want him and Miss Season to be together. I've said it in the group
Yes, ma'am.
forever and ever and ever and ever. I want them to be together forever. Forever, ever,
Yes, ma'am.
forever, ever because they deserve each other. He's going to see what she's really about and she about to find out who the real Robert is. So, I'm going to just sit back, eat my popcorn and watch it all play out. So,
Mm.
anyway, I am done. I hope you miserable people have learned a lesson tonight, to not be so doggone messy.
That's the audacity. That is the audacity for me.
All right, Joy, Joy.
Dropping down, y'all. I will be in the
Thank you,
chat.
Joy.
How you
No
feeling, Joy?
problem. I love all of y'all.
We love
And
you
y'all
too.
take care.
You
Bye
We
bye.
love you too.
Bye bye.
didn't hear me.
Oh, Joy, Joy. She sound good and strong. Good for her.
Yes, I was asking how she doing.
Yeah, she sound good and strong. It's good to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
What is what are they talking about? I'm not gonna chase a man down.
Mm-hmm. Patrice just understand it. Thank you. Doesn't make it
I can't
right.
see no comments, y'all.
You don't know how to go tone Joy at the bottom? Patrice just understand it doesn't make it right.
That's not Joy.
That's,
That's Miss
Just
Bri.
Mia.
it's a response. Oh, me. I'm sorry. I was moving it out. My baby head
She
wrong.
still said me.
What is she talking about as far as chasing a man down?
I think she said something about child support.
Yeah,
Let me
she
see if
said,
I can find the
Matrice, yes, I
comment. Hold
understand it
on.
doesn't make it right at all, but I'm not gonna force or chase a man down to take care of his responsibility at
Well,
all,
it's
my
too
baby.
far up. I don't even see it.
It's
Who
pinned.
is forcing someone? Who is forcing
Yeah.
someone?
And who's chasing somebody down?
Oh, I see it. It's right here. She said, "I'm okay with the man not paying child support. My oldest dad don't. pay child support, and I'm okay with that. What?
Because you don't need the
Cause,
money.
cause
I have
what?
my own.
Oh, I don't need the money. I have my own. Okay, but who said anything about what?
Right. Who's chasing anybody down for child support though?
That's what I want to know.
Because for one, that what they were saying is if she got so much money, why she putting Robert on child support? First of all,
Okay,
they come
well,
with divorce.
He the
They come.
one, the
see,
That's
that's what
part
I
of
millionaire.
the
was about to
divorce.
say. The divorce. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But he's the millionaire. That's what he told everybody.
Half of these
And
people that are talking never even been married before, so like I don't
Exactly.
even know what they're talking about. Like they be what you trying to give people advice and you never been married your entire life. You don't
mhm,
have a voice. Actually, I'm sorry.
yeah,
But they say stupid stuff like,
and he
he took care of her kids for all these years. Why would
right.
she put him on child support? Like, what sense do that make?
What? Because her
She
daughter's
didn't put
still.
him on child support. It's a part of
She
the
didn't.
divorce.
He filed first. What did he think was gonna happen?
Because she laid
Exactly.
down.
She has
Cause
no
If you
control
file,
over
if you
that.
file for a divorce, deal with the consequences, my nigga, my dude.
plus she laid down with him and made that baby, so it's his responsibility too. Period.
It
Point blank.
is his responsibility. He
It
loved her so much. Real
He
father
held.
game. What's the problem?
and that's what us women, well, those type. That's what women need to realize is that child support should have happened. I was one of those people. I was pregnant at 16, and I was just like, you know how they're saying, oh, I don't need child support, I don't need this, and I didn't.
Mhm.
My son's father didn't do anything till he didn't even call till he was 18. I didn't care. I'll take care of it. Now the 44-year-old, that was the stupidest decision I ever made. Why
Yeah.
does a man get to not pay and you get to struggle and work your behind off to take
Hmm.
care of this child? No, I beat myself up about that a lot right now. And I wish no
Mhm.
woman don't ever feel like you strong enough. I don't need him. You no, he should. You do. He helped you make it.
Responsibility.
So yeah, I don't even care if you get $50 a month. If he don't work, take it. It doesn't matter. Put that on lunch account. He does. No man does not get the right to not pay while you working your behind off. So that's all I wanted to say about that, about the child support, because I don't like when women, you don't, she can pay for, she got enough money. Who cares?
Exactly.
That doesn't
That
matter.
yes,
That
it
doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter.
It doesn't matter, and no one
She
said in
want
the
his
court.
child support to pay for her other kids. You sound
Exactly.
dumb.
Real father game wouldn't have made a court wouldn't have made you be paid for child support. You would have done it anyway.
Right. Right.
And
Okay,
who
you
makes content
But
out of child support anyway?
exactly,
but
exactly.
it's him and his oldest daughter and his grandbaby. Have y'all ever seen such a thing?
Oh,
Have y'all ever seen such a thing of a
Yes,
man to just disregard his daughter like that?
and his first
It's
grandchild.
unbelievable.
And his first
Why
grandchild.
would you?
That
Why would they want him to
why?
disregard his? Why would they want him to take care of his daughter?
But I really believe y'all when he was on that live the other night. I don't know who heard it, but I think he was talking about Sierra, Briana, and Desharia when he said, "If a bee ever lied on me and said um I mean if a bee ever lied and said she was abused and she wasn't, she's a bee. If a bee ever lied and said she's been sexually molested and she hasn't, she's a bee. And all I'm gonna say is F 'em.
Yeah.
Like what?
Wow.
And what
And
he
they don't
directed
see
his daughter.
anything wrong with that.
That he who y'all think he was talking about? That
His
is
own
sad. And
daughter.
those are the three women who came out and said he abused them and they never retracted their story, y'all. What
mm,
daughter who was framed or who was manipulated or who was brainwashed to say this about her father 2 years later? She never came back and said, no, okay, I was lying. I love my dad. She
Right.
struggled with her mother instead of dealing with him. That
Yeah.
speaks volumes.
And if you had so much presence in your daughter's life, Bree wouldn't have been able, and no other person would have been able to come in and brainwash or anything like that. But now that she hasn't been around her, why haven't you tried to step in and reconcile y'all's relationship. She's not grown. She's a young lady.
Because
She's a kid that had a baby. She's not grown.
he wanted Shari to come out and say, I lied. My daddy didn't do what he said I did. Yes, she did. She
That,
talked about the look in the narc eyes. You hear that? They say the narc get this look and they are this dark
yeah.
look. The Sharia talk about that look, y'all. She said he had this look in his eyes. I don't know. I never seen it before.
They
It
want
scared me. That's
that.
that look. He spazzed out on that baby.
Let me address this comment right here. It says she honestly believes Robert is paying child support. There's no proof. Okay, so where did you go to get the proof from?
Where did you get the proof that he is paying?
Because if he's saying that he hasn't got paid, that's
He
proof
said
enough there to show you that he's not paying child support.
he said he
Plus,
hadn't paid
plus
child
the
support.
the the
No,
text
no, no.
messages Don released said in the text message he told her,
He said that's what I was about
"I'm
to
not."
say. He said.
So
He
what do
said
you
that raw truth.
mean? He wrote it in the text message. Was that like not real from Don?
And
From
if
him
Bree was so
forgets him.
bitter, if Bree was so bitter, why didn't she bring it to the internet? Don brought it to the internet. All
Exactly.
his messed up stuff that he do, Don brought it to the internet, not Briana. Did nobody know he missed his first 2 weeks in June? Did nobody know Robert declined his 2 weeks in June with his baby? Did nobody know that until Don posted it?
Done.
Exactly.
But they want to
How
call
you
Bree bitter. No, it's his sister. They want him broke like him. Because Robert bragged and looked down on them all while he was with Brianna, all while he had that money. He looked down on his brothers and sisters, and they like, nah,
Yep. But
that's what he did.
so much brothers,
They,
they don't watch him, but they watch his sisters. So they Ross should know that he was behind on child support because he himself typed it and said it. He has said it verbally out of his mouth when he been hollering about the social media ain't been paying him. He said, "Well, I'm behind because social media ain't paid me." So how's she gonna say that there's not proof when it came out of his own mouth and he typed it? Raw truth.
And how is social media not paying you and you got a new, what is that? I don't know what SUV, whatever vehicle you
what
have. How are you paying this for two vehicles, paying your condo, but so you have a money source. You are choosing not
baby?
to pay child support. Why are people being so stupid?
Facebook
Come on
paying him,
now.
but he getting pennies compared to what he was getting. His page
Exactly.
ain't hitting on shat.
You can go out to eat, but you can't pay child support. You can go
He,
out to eat, but you can't send money every month, even if it's not, even if you don't want to take care of your daughter, which is
what
horrible,
happened to
your
all that money he
granddaughter,
made?
your granddaughter. You
How you
saying
don't
you
have a savings? How you don't have a
yes.
savings? You made buku money, man, off this saga.
Mm-hmm.
Off this saga alone.
So you
Yes, he
gotta
made buku money. His
mm-hmm.
daughter didn't have a bedroom. He missed those two birthdays. He missed those Christmases. He said, I got her. I got her Christmas stuff. She gonna get it when she come over here. He ain't had nothing made. That man, listen.
I have one more question for his supporters out because I know they listening. If y'all ever followed him and followed them before, when have y'all ever all this money they made, and you will see everybody remember he was in the mall practically every
Mm-hmm.
day buying clothes, buying shoes. Y'all seen his shoe collection. When have you ever seen him buy anything for the children?
Never, never,
Never. I watched him for
never.
years. I've
I used to
never
say
seen
that
him
all
buy
the
any.
time.
Yes, never seen
Y'all,
him
he went to Mall of
ever.
America. He went to that big Mall of
Yes.
America. Where was he at? He went to that Mall of America,
Mhm.
went live shopping for himself. Not once did
He
he
never
pick up
Yes.
a
walked out of there.
t-shirt or
He
Yeah.
nothing.
never shot.
Even
Never
before
shop
they
for the
broke up.
children. Never, even when he had that big 7 bedroom or whatever, how
Hmm.
many bedroom house, he never decorated a room for it. Neither child.
Nope.
Nope.
He do the
No.
minimum. He do the minimum. He do
And
the
I'm saying
minimum.
this is, and that's even before the incident. All of
Mm-hmm.
that content, you never. Okay, this is.
It's not
I
in
just
him,
never
y'all.
seen
It's
it.
not in
You
him.
know what they're gonna
It's
I've
not
say?
seen
in
him
him.
Their
drinking and
answer,
smoking.
their
That's what I've
answer is
seen him
going to
doing.
be the answer is going to be he don't have to show y'all everything that he doing for his kids and this and that and the other. What he show us everything he doing for himself.
He shows
He
us
show us him shopping.
everything.
He show us him shopping for females. He took, you know what I'm saying? So what you mean? He does need to show
He does the bare minimum. He does the
Mm-mm.
bare minimum when it comes to Momo. He does the bare
Why
minimum.
never you never seen them out to eat? What at Piccadilly? But why not at those fancy restaurants that he go eat at?
you taking these for
Never. And if I can't even get the stuff out, and if Miss Season cook and stuff, why don't they have? Why she ain't never cooked for that baby? Why she ain't never make that baby no cook, bake no baby no cookies or something, no
He don't even
cupcakes
eat
and
her
stuff like
cooking.
that? I'm
right.
just saying, it's just spaghetti. Do if he make that baby spaghetti one more time this year, y'all.
One more time.
One
And they
more
talk.
time. She said this
Hmm.
nasty.
And they talk about the things I hate. They talk about the things. Well, Bree does this for John. Bree does. And what does she do for our kids? Even now, with this past 2 years, what do y'all see him doing with Momo? I don't see him
Nothing.
taking her on vacation. You go to Bahamas. I don't see her taking her there.
He
You
went. He
know.
went when the money was jumping. Remember, he had that suitcase stuff. He had all that
Mm-hmm.
money, but we know it was the. We know what was in that suitcase. That I mean, not that suitcase. That backpack. That
Mm-hmm.
gold backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that tells you right
That was
there that
holding
was
the little.
Brianna doing these vacations. That was Brianna doing all of this stuff, not him.
But
Yep.
that's what I tell them. Her kids been out the country more than you. So, girl, shut up. Her kids got passport. Her kids' passport is stamped more than yours, lady. So just hush.
And if he know he have a lot of women followers, why not bring content? Like you bring your content is about hatred towards women. Why not talk about relationships and how they fail marriages and talk
Hey,
about something else other than what you're talking about if you know you have a lot of women followers.
But the thing is, he can't talk about nothing because he's failed at everything. Who
Mm-hmm.
go listen to him about relationships? Who go listen to him about finances? Who go listen to him about being a daddy? Who go
you right.
listen to him about marriage? Nobody is going to listen to him about nothing. He's not a comedian. He's never done a stand up. He's in all the movies he's been in combined. It ain't even 5 minutes.
Yep.
He
His
said
lines.
it ain't
He's
five
he's.
minutes.
It's not all the movies. You can put all the movies and do his lines.
Y'all ain't
It ain't
think
even 5 minutes.
3 minutes.
It ain't even 5 minutes.
Oh,
He offers her one in one, and he the side dude in another. Boy, bye. Sit down.
Mm-hmm. The
and
problem is he's stuck in his 20s. He think he's 20. That's the
he,
problem.
He
You
faked
walking
it.
around with your pants hanging down, showing when that's all this content is showing a woman's behind. Which, if they remember, that's another reason why I didn't like him before the incident is because he did. That's what he did during the marriage. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but he
how
was
is
able to
you?
get away with it. Then he
Yeah,
can't get away with it
and
now
that's
on
why I
social
used to be
media.
like, I told used to always call her out, Brie, why are you letting him do this?
Yeah.
Like, why is he all in all these asses and stuff? Like all that's what he's about. And still to this day, still have videos that start that way, with zooming up into girls' coochies. Did people not remember when he had that nasty, I don't even want to cuss, that nasty skit with the girl playing like she her daughter, like his daughter, and she playing with herself?
She was yes, that
Do
was oh
anybody
my
remember
God.
that? Is that the type of
is.
person that y'all are following? Y'all want your daughters to follow? Your children? Like he's saying, I don't want my daughters to. This is the type of content you put out. You're not a family man, so no matter how him and Season are trying to dress it up, he's nowhere near a family man, a real father game, because that's
Oh.
not who he is. You
Who he is.
can't
She
make
goes
him
up.
into that.
She said he's very active in my kid's life. Season, you're lying. He's never been to a basketball. You was at the basketball game, solo dolo. Wasn't nobody at them basketball games with
She
your
said that,
son?
y'all. She said
Yes,
that.
she
Yes,
said
in the
that. Yeah.
comments. Yep,
Wow.
in the comments. She said he's very active in my kid's
No, she
life.
lied.
So
When?
why is it not shown?
You
Are
say
you
this content,
ashamed?
girl. You crazy? You be
She's lying. It's all fake with them. She's using him for his followers to get that little Facebook check every month, and he using her to to fool his followers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
I
today, he
agree.
said, just like the lady, Miss Caesar, who I work with. Y'all hear that? He said,
Oh,
who I work with.
crazy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yes,
No way.
today. Today on that, was it today on that live? Because I'll be listening to him on
Because
YouTube
I don't listen
at,
to him, y'all.
at
So
speed 2. I gotta listen to Geramica. I gotta listen to him at the speed 2. He be talking real fast like this. I can't listen to him at regular speed. Okay, and he's saying people names. Oh my god, it made me want to throw up. I can't stand it. But
He
yeah,
say who he
he
worked with.
Who you
he
work
said the lady Miss Season who I work with, they're bashing. He said the bees are bashing her. They're messing with her. And she never messed with nobody a day in her life. He said this today, y'all.
with?
Yeah,
No,
I gotta go get that. I gotta
But
Yes.
go
did you
get that.
see the receipt that Brina put out about that?
who she was.
Um, she was in Keeping Up with the Truth too. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Well, she been here for a long time.
she's been around. So how you gonna say that they've been talking about you? No, you attacked a woman. You
The
attacked a
I
woman
safe
for
saw
no
that.
space
I
reason.
had
saw
been
that mess.
started
I saw
before
that comment.
yeah. The safe
When
page
she,
was started around keeping up with the troops. Yep.
Hold on,
I,
y'all. Raw Truth says, can she ask us a serious question? Go ahead. Go ahead.
raw truth know what's up.
Nah, Raw Truth just got through saying that she believed he paying child support, and we just had to bust her
No,
bubble.
she know what's up for real, for real.
Mm,
I'm telling you. Anybody over there with any sense?
But
No.
y'all
that's
know before Amora displayed that Robert was in the kitchen keeping up with the truth had already displayed that video of another woman. He was at another woman's house keeping up with the truth. Already had showed that.
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
And then Toya said, y'all, being messy, y'all just don't know. She been
Yeah,
around.
she sure
I'll
did.
never forget
Yep,
that
she
one. She
did.
been
Yep.
around.
Mhm.
She been around. Just like
Hmm.
she said, Robert been gone. We know. We already know. That's why Bree gone.
Yeah. Break
She
out.
can't. She
There her
thinks she
question
got him
still.
is a flex.
Why,
Not him having him is not a flex, lady.
why do y'all dislike Robert so much? What has he done to y'all so bad that you have all this animosity
We don't
towards him?
have no animosity towards him. We
Because
just
he
want
keep
him to
bullying Brianna.
exactly. If
That's
he
Brianna.
it. That's
stopped
it. That's
doing
all. If he
that and
leave her
stopped
alone,
putting out
we will leave
lies,
him alone.
And
like,
he's a liar.
Exactly.
Yes. I have
She with
animosity.
people like her hasn't they haven't listened to the receipts that we dropped over here with when it's his voice, his words, his actions. It ain't no chopped and screwed video like the stuff he sent them.
I
He
hate his
chopped and screwed
manipulation. I hate
videos.
his games. I hate the games he
Hmm.
playing, and I hate that people don't
Yeah.
see the shit that he's actually doing.
And I hate he's using women to do it. And
but
like I
let
said
them know that
earlier,
you
Raw
don't
Truth.
hate him as a person
Oh
though, because
no.
that's what they
No, no,
think.
no. I don't hate him as a person. I pray for him. I actually prayed for him.
We all did. We used to pray for him on the more with Marlene on the more alive. We used to pray for him and Bree.
Sure
Why they
did.
over there dragging people and doxing people? Them people over there crazy. See, that's why it
Um,
took all of them for a money game. Wasn't nobody over here doing it for money. People over here was genuinely protecting Bree and supporting Bree. That's why it was just Amora. And it was a whole bunch of us doing stuff behind the scenes.
Raw
And it
Truth.
was Pink Panther. It was the private eye.
well, Raw Truth,
But
I ain't pray for him. I'm sorry. I don't like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never pray for him.
Yeah, I don't. I
it
laugh.
felt like
I
I
be
Trump,
laughing, but
didn't.
I
y'all.
just hate. I
I
laugh
I
don't.
at
had
him, but I hate the fact that he just keeps messing with this girl and she's not doing
Yes.
anything. The girl's trying to
I
move
had
on.
to.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
had to. But if
My
if
videos ain't showing no hatred. I don't show no hatred. I don't bash anybody.
you show
I
Mm-mm.
facts.
I don't hate him, but she said, "Why do we, hate him?" So the my like I said earlier, my issue is before any of the groups, he did this to her personally. He bashed her on everybody's sites. He did
He's
this,
still doing it though.
and
He's
that's and
still
yes, and
doing
still
it.
doing it, and nobody. That's why I seen him do it. I witnessed this. I was a follower. I
And
Okay,
that's
watched.
so
online.
While
That's
she was
online.
crying, yes, he
you
just
see what she
kept.
said? She said she don't dislike her
It's
at
like,
all. She just don't like what I guess she did to her husband. That's my problem with her. Okay,
what did
but
she
this is the
do?
thing. But this is the thing though. She apologized. She apologized more than once. Now that's up to him that he doesn't accept her apology. But she did the right thing, and like she hasn't done anything to the internet. Like so, I mean I don't understand that. What she did was to him, and then she went to God. As long as God forgives her, like she don't owe y'all no explanation. She don't owe y'all an apology. Like you gotta take that up
But
with your soul that you feel some type of way against somebody that ain't never done anything to you.
But their thing is they're saying that he never abused her, and that's not true.
But they're also saying like that she brought it, humiliated him and
And she
embarrassed
apologized
him
for
and say
that. But they
that's what
going
I'm
off
He
that
saying.
humiliated her. Why are we not? He humiliated her.
they're
But
going
see,
off that Toya
but
phone call
Toya
with Bree
humiliated her.
that was chopped and screwed, and she was talking over Bree, and Bree did not say what they said she said in that conversation.
it still goes back to what I said in the beginning. You're saying because of what she came out and done, and like they're saying, she has apologized for that. How are you still holding on to something that she has apologized and moved on from? She's not
Mhm.
bashing him. She's not dragging him. She's not putting out new receipts or anything. So why do you still dislike her? He's the one still poking and picking, and we don't like
Mhm.
that. Let her go. You made that song, sign them papers. That woman signed them papers. She was not withholding that child from him. So all of that has come
All
out.
of that was
The
lies.
divorce
They
decree,
still
all
didn't
of it was
address
lies,
that.
and he's still bothering her. He's still bothering her. So we just want him to stop. If it was a female against female, or male against male, how are y'all okay with somebody that's steadily poking and picking and harassing and bullying somebody who is literally not doing or saying a thing? Nothing.
Just
She
like when
living
he
her
photoshopped that video
sure did.
last weekend. Like that was for them to and then what happened after he photoshopped that? You had like 5, 6 content creators over there like Robert gave us the 2 for 1. He's the GOAT. Look, she ain't pregnant. Like, why would you do that, dude? That's harassing her. That's harassing her.
The
It's so
thing is that they feel like they have a heaven or hell to put her in. That's not up to y'all. Like it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like we all gotta answer to God for whatever mistakes we make in life. You all can't punish her.
yeah, and
Like we
y'all can't
can't
get
punish him.
God to make her. They act like that's all right, God.
Mm-mm.
Like they gonna tell God on her, like take remove your favor from her. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't like her.
Yes, and stop accepting everything that he's doing and think of how would you again put yourself in her shoes.
And then they're saying they're doing it to each other. No,
Yes.
they might have been doing it to each other in the beginning, but after the divorce, she has not said anything about this
Mm-mm.
man.
Even
Like, just stop.
before,
You just
she
gotta
been
stop
stopped.
lying.
Stop.
And he,
Just
how
they talking about
serious it
they
is. This is
condemn her because she's such a
serious.
liar. They lie all that. Just with even just saying that, will they do it to each other or she's doing the same thing? Tell her to just leave him alone. You lying. And since y'all on here because y'all act like y'all hate a liar so bad, why the heck are y'all lying? That girl don't bother that boy. She
Right?
could have said something about him video recording her last Friday when he picked her up and
She ain't
photoshopped
said
that doggone.
nothing.
She didn't even address that.
That's what
She
I'm
didn't even
saying. Did nobody know? She didn't tell nobody he was behind on child support. She didn't come to the internet with that.
do
She
that.
didn't say he missed his visits. She didn't say nothing. Didn't nobody know that until Don posted her and Robert text message. That's how
And Rob
everybody found out he was behind in child support.
his
He
own
skipped his thing. That's how we found out when he'll get to see her again. Don brought all of that out. But they go blame Bree. What?
internet. She ain't bring it to the internet.
She ain't brought nothing to the internet.
This can't be life. How can you tell somebody what they? This is y'all problem. Y'all be trying to tell people what they went through in their life, and you weren't in the home. And then if you don't believe her, okay, that's your, that's your prerogative. But you can't tell nobody like if they want to go on an interview because they know what they experienced. You can't tell her what she went through.
That's her
They
story. You
say
cannot tell her story.
Abora
Just
said
like
that
he speak
Janelle
his
done her
story,
worst.
his
Did Brianna
story.
say that? Did Brianna say that? Nobody is
She
living
said
in the
it,
home with them. Did Brianna come out here and say that herself?
I think it's warranted. How
That's
is
what
it
I'm
warranted?
saying.
And it's none of nobody's business.
Can't be
It's
like this saying how is it warranted? Because she went on interviews.
Are
He's
they
gone on
Robert supporters
interviews.
or are they Janelle supporters? Which one?
Right. But she went on interviews just like he went on interviews. And he's still to this day steadily jugging at this girl. This can't be life. I'm addressing you. You saying that what he's doing is warranted. She has shut her mouth completely. She has apologized. She has moved on. She signed on the dotted line. She lets him get that baby. She do everything and shut her mouth.
And
So
he only
how
getting away with it because it's the
Hey, y'all,
internet.
hold on a second. Any comments about Janelle? Block them, please. We're not here to talk about Janelle. We're here to
no,
talk about what we're talking about.
she does say things to antagonize like the whole child support thing he did. She did
She ain't said shit about child support.
he said nothing about child support. She has not shut her mouth completely. Read my last message. I was trying to and it moved. When have you tell us when she brought up child support? She did not bring up child support. Don
Don
did.
did.
Don put the messages out between her and Robert.
That's how we knew she was behind. That's how we knew he was behind. Because of Don.
Mhm. And you know what's funny? They keep saying, and to this day, they keep saying, well, she keeps talking, she keeps saying stuff about him.
She ain't saying
And they are
nothing.
using her supporters, since her supporters are fighting for her, they holding that against Bri. She hasn't said anything. Her
No.
supporters are fighting. And
Yeah.
they have, and I think it was Raw Truth. She asked why we hate. It's another thing that bothers me too, that we don't really talk about, is when he came to her home.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine somebody that you're going through all of this with on a day that you don't even supposed to get your kid come to your home with the pew pew? I don't know if you can say the word. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Can
Yeah.
you
And
imagine
lied
how?
and
Oh,
said he had custody of that baby.
yes. Can you imagine how that feels?
That's
You know,
crazy.
like, and they took up for him. Like, well, she should have just let him and she should have answered her phone. Or somebody calling you that many times after the divorce. Leave her alone. It doesn't matter even if you want to see your child, let's go with his lie. You were calling, you were concerned about your child. Whatever. You call the police. You do whatever. You do not harass somebody over and over and over again. I
No,
don't
but
know.
when the police contacted him, he never said, well, the reason I was calling back is because my child was crying in distress. He never said that.
He never addressed the issue no more. He
Yeah,
ran with the
that's what
content
he
creators. The content
Excuse me.
creators did that. They came up with a
they make
story
up
about he did it
narrative and he ride
all the
with it, yeah.
time.
Oh, y'all, he addressed it. He said first, he told three lies with that story. He said, first of all, I did not call. I forgot the second lie. And the third one was because my baby was in the, in the background in distress. But his first lie was, I didn't call her at all.
And I think
He
the
said that
second one was Miss Season saying, he was with me. We was out eating and we get a call saying that blah, 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 blah.
no,
So
but he
there she is again.
But no, he addressed it. He said he didn't call. Then he said something else, and then the third one was he only was calling back to back like that because of her crying in the background.
Hmm.
So with that being said, you lied and said you didn't call. They ain't addressed that. The second excuse again, I don't know why I can't remember it. Then the third one was because of her crying. How was
But
she doing any crying in the background? And she
she
was at
didn't answer.
so you know what they said with the school thing when everybody was like, well, it was school hour. Well, maybe she didn't go to school that day. God dang it, y'all gonna come up with something, but you're not gonna address the fact that he said he didn't call at first in the beginning.
But then they didn't say nothing when Don said, well, y'all know, well, shit, hell. Y'all
Yeah.
know my brother. He did say he called that, but he didn't know he called that many times.
Then there's that. Oh yeah, the second one
What?
was photoshopped. First he said he didn't call. The second one was okay, it was made up. And then the third one, well, okay, well I was calling, but it's because my baby
I
was
know that.
right now.
Yeah.
And then like you said, and then Don tried to fix it and say man, come on now.
And the same thing, and I don't like to even talk about children or even like his other child was no Desharia. But if y'all remember it, that was the same thing, and that was blown off. He said he never the incident with Desharia never
Never
happened.
happened. He said
He
that.
said it over and over. It never happened. And then finally, when Desharia, he didn't admit that it happened until she said she went on video and said it. And then it was just a spanking. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter. A real father game wouldn't do that. She's a 15 years old. You don't need a real father game wouldn't need to put his hands on a female. I'm sorry, whether it's your daughter or not. Unless now, if she's trying to put her hands on you, you might need to. But you couldn't talk to her. You had to be. I'm sorry, a 15-year-old with a belt and y'all women are saying, oh, that's good. That's good. She shouldn't have did. Like, who does that?
Even from the time that he did it to the time she went home and made that video, he never called her to
Yes.
fix it.
Never did.
And I
He
remember one of
never,
the
before she even
mm-mm,
said anything to the public, he never contacted that baby to fix it. Like my daddy wasn't the best daddy. He wasn't, my daddy wasn't shat. Okay. But he
All he
loved
said
me.
was they manipulated her. That's all he
mm-hmm,
ever said.
That's all. But how did Brianna manipulate your daughter that you had that was what, 14 when she moved in with them? How did Brianna manipulate her in that short amount of time? And you've been with this baby you've
All her
been a
life.
real father game all her life.
All her life. You been.
yeah. And even
How
if
you
she
let
did,
Brianna manipulate her? How? Wow.
mm-hmm,
She lived with y'all what? How long was it, Geramica? 30 days? 2, 3 months? She
Mm-hmm.
was living with them
mm-hmm,
before the incident. She wasn't even with them 6 months. She wasn't living with them 6 months before the incident.
mm-hmm.
And
She
it
Even
had
really
just got
framed
there.
my
So how
daughter.
did Brianna manipulate? How did she manipulate her?
it does,
And
even if she did, and I look at it as, even if let's just all pretend she did manipulate her. Does
let's
that
do it.
give you the right to disregard your daughter and keep
Right.
stop trying?
You
And
get
to
back
make her
in.
out to be a troubled
I
child. You
remember
make
one
you
of
made her out to be
yes, I
disrespectful and
remember
bad.
a comment he said to me one time. I believe I had messed. I was like, well, why would you call her a lie? Why are you not doing nothing for her? He was like, because I don't support liars.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
never
My
forget.
grandmama. He said his grandmama taught
Oh,
him to don't support liars. Now you know his grandmama ain't told him
a
to
real
mess like
father,
that.
and that's what bothers me, y'all. For real, with these women. What mom? If you're a woman, you have these mom instincts. Even if you're not a mom, you see this girl online saying, I remember Desiree put something that she felt like, offing herself. How depressed, these depressing things.
Tough.
Well, she deserves this. She grown. She like, how can you just not want to reach out to her and hug her and tell her it's okay and tell that father to be there for his daughter?
And
How
if she
can
was
you?
That's the same thing Brianna
I
did
don't
in the red, that
understand.
day the red on the steps. She had called him and said, I want to leave up out this boy. Like I can't take it. Everybody attacking me. The supporters is turning against me. I can't take it. He said, come over, and she walk in there. He said, I'm gonna lie. Here, set your phone up. Don't you got something to tell your supporters? Are you serious? And Brianna said that day on them steps is when she realized he did not give a care about her. And that's
And
when
Mhm.
that's
she
when
chose
and
her.
that's
She
when a
said,
lot of
I
people made
choose
their
me.
decisions too about him.
Yeah, Brianna said, I choose. When she was out of town with Momo and Ayana came the next day, Robert was fine when it was just her and Momo. I don't know if they went to Jamaica, Bahamas, or whatever. This is right after the accident. It happened October 14th. This was Thanksgiving, November, the next month. The kids was with their dad, and it was just Brianna and Momo. And he was fine that first day when they got there. Then the next day, Ayana showed up, and Robert didn't like the fake sister. Remember? Now he all in the comments talk about, I
Talk too
always
hard.
knew Ayana was real.
He
She
said,
was the fake. She
He's
That's
was the
how
so
he
fake.
damn
do.
fake.
That's how he do. That's how he did when he got on the
He
panel with
called,
Naya.
yes.
He said, "You remember? You remember I was the one that wanted you to come over." He probably couldn't
Mm-mm.
even stand her. Like that's how he
Ayana
do. He
was the fake
manipulate.
sister, the fake liar sister. She ain't S. She don't got no man. He don't know why Brianna listening to her. Yada yada yada. When Ayana got there, that man called and harassed Brianna. Right? He told her, "You need to go out there and tell them you lied." And Brianna told us that he said that. She was crying her heart out on the phone. Ayana had Momo. You could hear Momo talking in the background.
Hmm.
Ayana kept telling Brianna, "Hang up." In that live, in that live, Brianna was like, "No,
They said she
no."
was
She was
fake crying on that live. She was fake crying.
that baby was crying her heart out, and I probably shedded a tear with her. You hear me?
I know I did.
She said, "I choose me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. He want me to come out here and lie, y'all. He want me to come out here and say it was all a lie." She said it's not. And that day is when Brianna said when Ayana got there, Brianna said she was gonna leave Momo. That's when she had wrote them letters to her babies. She said she was gonna walk into that lake, to that ocean until her hat floated. She was planning on leaving this earth that day when Ayana got there to get Momo. That's how broken she was. She
Yeah.
said, I choose me. And she told her, she said, y'all, I'm so broken.
Yeah.
This was a whole nother day
Mm-hmm.
when she said, I'm broken. She was
Mm-hmm.
outside some store. She had her hair up in like a little messy bun. I don't know if it was braids or her regular hair. Even my beef is this dude.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. If it's anybody showing this dude mess, I'm going to tune in because he need to be exposed and we just not, but we more mental on our side. We more into detail. We more into taking our time, coming up with facts. We don't have a big platform. Well, we starting to now. Daz with the T. Everybody follow Daz with the T. No,
For
Yeah,
real.
but
everybody follow
yeah.
Des with the T because she got the T over there.
Yeah, follow Des with the T on YouTube. We trying to come out, you know what I'm saying? But it never was a money grab for us. We never did it for
Never.
the money. We did it to bring awareness and to protect this woman who was getting beat up,
And
drugged.
the thing is that we might not agree all the time, but we can respect each other's opinion and
Yes.
move on from it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's how grown women should move.
Yeah,
There's no
Mm-hmm.
animosity at all.
it's about Bri and supporting her and keeping her uplifted and encouraged. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She don't have any other followers. She gonna have to have,
Yep.
That's
you
right.
know?
Well, I'm
And
about
you
to
got
step.
some.
I just want to. Can I just say this one thing? Because I need this to step down. I just want to just end this by saying I want to support all women. And this is what I want to say to his content, well, his supporters, and just all women in general, is that we have to stick up for each other and that you cannot keep supporting men who are disrespectful to women. You know, that goes for the Roberts, that goes for people OB, that goes for D Ham, that goes for whatever. What's the I don't even know his name. The dude that was on Felicia Live, whatever, Jared, I think that's his name. That
Hmm.
people, you cannot keep building these guys up and
By
and
bringing somebody down.
supporting by bringing a woman down. I might
Absolutely.
not like all those other content creators, but I do want them to grow. And if they want to grow as a person, as a channel, a content creator, they have to stop bashing women and stop. And I don't want to talk about any one of them in particular, but one I do, that daggone, oh shit, I don't even want to say her name because I know she probably in here listening. You know, she gonna be, oh, don't they calling my name? Her people,
Leave
women
me
like
alone.
her, his supporters is what's bringing him down. These content creators, people who go get your family members and put them on panels, people who release these text messages, that's evilness. And
Who
is all of
lied?
that is not just to defame her, Bri, and her friends and her family and everybody. That is not, just stop all of that. If you don't want to like Briana, don't like her. Fine. But the uppers and the ambers and you don't need to go, okay, well, let me find out that a Morris person's cheating. Well, let me go bring this person baby dad. Let me go get this friend. All
Right.
that is not necessary. And that shows jealousy and hatred
Yeah.
for
Envious.
these
Envious.
men that don't give a damn about you or your channel. And and this type of stuff stay on the internet. You know, so that's the only thing I want to say to women. Just wake up for that. You don't have to bash another woman to support this man.
Right.
Support him like how we support Brie. And I want to thank you, ladies, for supporting Bree. Geramica, I thank you for the bottom of my heart. I
And
was right after I was a Bree supporter, I was a you supporter because you stand and you still stand
and
10
her
toes down
loyalty is deep.
And
by
forever gonna
yourself.
stand
By
10 toes
yourself.
down.
And it
Absolutely.
was you. That's all I knew. And I was like, oh well, somebody else, I'm going to stand 10 toes down with her.
Uh,
You know, so
Thank
I
you, thank
respect
you.
that, and It need to be more women like you, like the Hive. That's what we need to do. Let's make this money
Thank you
and
so much.
build our womanhood. Y'all have a good night, ladies. I'm gonna go in
Yeah.
the chat.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous at this point.
But another thing I was thinking, y'all, is that he came out making Brianna to seem like this monster, right? This crazy deranged. Remember, she said she needed medication, this and that. And I truly believe that they believe him. So they are waiting to see that monster. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People go and look at her and follow her, and they like, oh well, she on that fake God stuff today. She on that fake God stuff today. She ain't, and then they do stuff waiting on her, like, watch, this go get her. Let's go get her. We go see what Robert was talking about. But it never happened because she's not that monster that he made her out to be. So
Mm-hmm.
they will never see that, but that's what they're waiting on. Everybody is waiting on to see that monster that he created.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, and it's fiction. It's not there. Y'all would never see that Brianna that Robert made her out to be because it's a fake, made up Brianna that
Yeah.
he did to make people not like her. He
Mm-hmm.
lied. She's not horrible. She's not a bad mother. She's not deranged. She's not crazy. She's not on meds. It's none of that he
She
said.
wasn't a bad mother, none of that when they was married.
Mm.
No, he said, I want her to love me like she loved her kids. He said he want Brianna to love him like she loved her kids. So, but now all of a sudden she's a bad mom. She's a deadbeat mom.
Yeah.
She's not no good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When Brianna stopped cooking and cleaning and stuff, she was checked out.
Checked
And I can
out.
relate. I
Yep.
can relate. I went weeks and weeks without cooking a Sunday dinner around this Mickey Ficky. No, I'm
Yep.
not doing nothing. So I feel that.
Yeah.
When Brianna stopped doing everything like she was doing, she was checked out.
And when you depressed, baby, you can't function and be nothing for nobody. Not
No,
nobody else.
no. I was just getting up going to work, y'all. I was getting up going to work because I knew that would pay my bills.
Right.
But I would go to work, come home, and I'm about to sleep. I'm taking sleeping pills. My
Yep.
days off, sunny outside. I'm about to take me some sleeping pills. I'm down 12, 14 hours. That's depression, baby.
Yep.
And it's nothing. And it's because you're unhappy, your surroundings, you know? So yeah, he could say Brianna didn't do this, Brianna. Yeah, because Brianna had checked out at that time.
Yep.
But let's go back, Robert. When she was begging you to get help. She was begging you to go to counseling, begging you to get help. But y'all know Robert. I don't need no counseling.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Can't no
me.
counselor tell me nothing. He's horrible. He's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
He never in a million years thought that lady would leave. Never.
Never.
He never thought she'd leave. He never thought she would leave. That's why Janelle popped up when he did. Because he would have manipulated her way longer, y'all.
Yep.
He would have got back in her head. Cause I was mad. The first time I watched that video, that stare video, is when somebody just played it recently. Maybe it was Amora or somebody just played that video recently. I never watched because I said she went back. Couldn't believe she was up over there on them stairs after them 2 days, three, however long it was. But I thought she had went back, and I was mad at Bri. I'm like, she didn't went back to him, you know, because I knew what type of hold he had over her. But thank God, Ja came for a reason in the season. I don't know when his season up, but he came for the reason, and baby, he got her over that hump. He stopped her from popping off,
Yeah.
you know. She couldn't get on the internet and pop off and reply back like she wanted to because he was like, no, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank him for that. I thank him for getting her over that hump right there.
Yep.
But she good. She good. She got the victory. She gonna have the victory after all of this. We watching the truth empire crumble right before our eyes.
Mhm. And he don't even see it.
He don't. That's why he went. That's why he out here so vocal by
Mhm.
himself because there's nobody else. He was quiet as a mouse before because he
Mhm.
had all of them content creators out here fighting his battles. Now he going live on YouTube 4 or 5 times a day. He out there calling out the bees.
The
He
Yeah,
out
he's
there
biggest.
going to show
women.
his own. He's showing his own character.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah,
doing it to him. He's doing it to himself.
yes,
Yep.
because there's nobody out here that's really fighting for it. They see what's up. Even his own content creators, they see what's up.
They see what's up.
That's why he out here by himself and that woman and that twerk page and that woman whatever page. That's all him. I can't believe that dude be in the comments on them fake pages.
In his own self when somebody say something to him, and they'll be like, "Well, why you such and such and such?" And he be like, "Well, cause, hey, boy, you realize you're not on your page. You're playing to be somebody." He bust his
He
own
on them
self.
fake guests and he fake pages. That's mental, y'all.
Mental.
That's mental. And I'm looking like this, and we know that it's him because we
He
looked
responds
at
back and accidentally responds, and as if it's him responding.
with the same aggression that Robert respond. The same aggression, lady. You too old. You know that's him.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we enjoyed everyone up here tonight, and it was great talking to everyone. Hopefully, we get to do this more often,
I'm glad
especially
I caught the
because
live.
having Mika up here talking, everybody wanted to hear her voice and
Yeah,
put out
I
some
get
facts.
quiet because I don't talk a
Yeah,
lot.
she
So
don't talk too much, but I
I,
appreciate, and I know she do appreciate everybody
I
coming up here
appreciate y'all.
tonight.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna try to do it. I don't know. I ain't even gonna hold y'all, so I don't know. But we'll try to do it more often.
Yeah, it was good here for everybody, and thank y'all so much for showing up to the
All
live.
right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. I don't get super chats, y'all, but if y'all want to bless me, you can on my coffee link or on my cash app.
All right, have a good night. Love
All right,
y'all.
see y'all later.
All right,
Okay.
bye bye.
Yeah.